All right, hey, what's up, guys? Coach Mac, Play Fast Football. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about an idea that I am looking at using peel pressures in our 5-man pressure system. All right, so I'll talk to you a little bit about that. Make sure you check out our partners, GameStrat sideline replay system we use. If you're looking for highly affordable, highly reliable sideline replay system, make sure you check out GameStrat. Dome Hats, the headwear company that we use at the school that I'm currently at, and also with Play Fast Football, completely customizable, build your own hat. Every hat has a story. Let Dome help you tell yours. Baker Sports company we use for our players' gear, coaches' gear. We build some online stores for fans and teachers. All right, jackets like this. Any of our coaches' sideline apparel, and our uniforms are also distributed through Baker Sporting Goods. Make sure you check them out. Just Play Football, the playbook software that we use. It's more than just a playbook. We use it for presentations, installs, game plan meetings, things like that. The presentation mode, you can add video clips to it, makes it look really professional. And I also think, for me, it's the easiest play drawing tool on the market. DifferenceUSA, the ultimate striking machine. Get thousands of reps without needing a partner. Elbows in, thumbs up. All right, all you need is either set them up in your weight room on your racks, or you can set them up outside on the football field. You can dig wooden posts in there, and you can set them up, cement those in so that they don't go anywhere. You can now move them around in season, off season, weight room, on the field, work on striking all the time. Don't need a partner, just you and the pad. Change the coil strength as the kids get stronger. The coils make it tougher to let the pad in, so make sure you check them out. CoachTools, which is a company developed last year by two guys just out of college that played college football, trying to find a more professional way to present grades, player grades to your players. You can customize your own column, set it up the way you want it. You still kind of probably do the work the old-fashioned way, where you are still grading film and writing some things down, but then you're going to input the information into a system that is going to make it look 1,000 times more presentable and professional when you give that to your players. Instead of giving them a handwritten or a Microsoft Word or Excel sheet based on their grade, they now get something that they can look at that looks more presentable and more professional. All right, so one of the big things that, it's been going on for years. People have done it for years, but one of the big things I see a lot is teams that want to pressure the quarterback, especially versus one-back deals, and they want to get 6-man pressure if the back stays in protection. All right, so if the back stays in protection, they want to get at least 6 in the pressure, but they also want to protect themselves with a post player. So you'll see a lot of 6-man peel pressures, where instead of teams playing straight 0, all right, now they can send 6, gain a guy in the post, all right, and they can peel the back. So a lot of times, if it's a nickel or a backer or somebody coming from the side of the back, which is usually the side, if he was going to free release, that's the side he would release to. You put a backer out there that can, all right, free release to that side, and you can gain yourself a post player. All right, so when I watch some of the odd front teams or the 3-high teams, one of the pressures I see a bunch is an interior crossfire with an edge pressure. You're still going to have to peel an end away from the back, but the back usually doesn't get out to that side, so you're usually safe doing that. Okay, but you get yourself a 6-man pressure. If the back stays in, you still get all one-on-one blocks. Somebody's got to win, and you gain a post player. So one of the things that I was looking at, okay, was we've always talked about behind our 5-man deals, we've always talked about being able to change up and play some different deals behind our 5-man pressures, so that it's not always the same thing for the offense, right? So we've always carried a couple 5-man paths, and one of the things that I was looking at based on our production this past season, all right, with behind our 5-mans, we're usually man-free, we're usually 3 under 3 deep, or we're 4 under 2 deep. Those are the things that we carry. So when I go back and do self-scout and I start looking at where we're getting beat when we pressure, one of the things that I notice is we very rarely get beat by the running back in the passing game, at the high school level at least. All right, the running back in the passing game, if he does anything, he usually free releases. All right, he very rarely, for the teams that we see or the teams that we play against, we very rarely get a back that is dual read to check down to to angle routes or to anything inside crossing routes. We don't see a lot of that in the passing game. We see a lot of quick game stuff with the ball out of the quarterback's hands. If it is drop back, we either see the back in protection or we see the back to the flat probably 90% of the time, right? So one of the things that I was looking at is if I could keep my same paths So let's just say America's path, for instance. All right, if I carried my same path and I ran America's blitz and I let my skilled players play man. All right, so my corners and safeties can play man, and if it's a one-back set, I'll draw it up to two-back also. But if it's a one-back set, I've got my back-end guys playing man on their skill players. Okay, now to the side of the back, if I bring the pressure from the side of the back, I'm still going to get the peel from an outside linebacker. All right, I'm still going to have to peel with the 4-eye away, but I feel like the back, for what we see, doesn't release to that side. But now what I can possibly gain is two free players that I can use based on game plan. I can use, all right, to either take away the quick game inside routes. I can use them to take away run game. I can use them to take away quarterback scrambles. So if we used our same vision and break principles and we told the will, instead of being a two-seam player, all right, or a inside hook of two vertical player if we were 4 under 2 deep, or instead of having the will match the back man-to-man, if we left the will on the weak side to play vision and break, which means all of his intentions are played off the quarterback. All right, he's reading through the quarterback. If the quarterback raises up to throw the ball quickly, we can get him into coverage where we need him. All right, if the quarterback were to break contain, we're going to gain two guys with eyes on the quarterback. The middle safety can now go away from the will and become a hot player to the front side. So he can help us on inside breaking routes of two and quick game. He can help us on any immediate run game if there's a mesh. All right, or if they do release the back and the Sam has to peel and we lose a little bit of our pressure and the quarterback gets out, I now have two guys that are playing with eyes on the quarterback. Right, so now I'm going to get the best of both worlds. I'm going to get 5-man pressure, okay? I'm going to get man-to-man on receivers, all right? But at the same time, I'm going to gain two guys inside that can help me on quick throws that I see, quarterback scrambles, screens and draws, because they are purely playing the vision and break hot theory like we play when we send 6 and we play 2 under 3 deep. Okay, so I'm gaining two extra players that are playing with eyes on the QB. Now, what am I losing? I'm losing that deep post player, and I'm not sending 6. All right, so what you have to look at is the time and the place that you would want to use something like this. All right, and then the pros and cons of gaining two extra players with eyes on the quarterback down low to take away the throws you think you see most of the time, right? So even if the back traded and got over here and released to the side of the 4-eye and you hate the matchup with the back on the 4-eye, if you've got a vision and break player that's playing with eyes to the Q, all right, if the Q throws the ball out or looks towards the back, even though you don't like your matchup on the peel or even whatever the case, whatever the route you might get, all right, even if they were trying to run wheel or something else, all right, you still can tell, all right, the will or the middle safety that they are extra trying to help the man player so we can help the 4-eye. Now, can we help the 4-eye with the wheel down the field with the vision and break player? Maybe not, okay? But you got to remember when you're sending 5, we also carry other coverage structures behind it. So I can sit here and draw up all the beaters to this coverage structure. But at the end of the day, behind that pattern, I can also play, all right, man free and get a better matchup on the back. I can play 3 under 3 deep to get a better matchup. All right, I can play 4 under 2 deep. So when you're looking at ideas or wrinkles or things you want to do, you can always look at it from a perspective of what would happen if the offense did that. All right, and that's a lot of times usually the offensive perspective is you draw something up and they say, all right, well, if I took the back and I wheeled them, the vision and break player can't help on the wheel. I'm going to get the wheel on the 4-eye. That's always going to be the offense's deal. Right, so what we're looking at is a system where we can help defend the things that we think we need help with in our 5-man scheme. So for us, a lot of times it's run game. All right, it's quick passing game. All right, or it's, sometimes for us it's verticals in the seams if we're 3 under 3 deep and we don't do a great job of match carry deliver with those seams and our free safety in the middle can't get to one of those seam routes, right? So if I take what the offense does and things that hurt us in our pressures, I can now make some adjustments to it. People already run peel pressures with 6-man and a post player. Why not add it to the package? For me, it's another part of our man cut deals. We play a bunch of different man cut deals. We play man with the skills, 3 linebackers underneath cut. We add a 4th and we play man with a low hole, high hole robber. We add a 4th and we play man underneath with 2 deep players on 3rd and long. So we play a bunch of man extra man cut deals already in our system. So why not build in another man deal with underneath help for the things that may get you hurt? All right, and to me, the beauty of it is you can do it. For us, the two things that I love is you can do it behind any 5-man pattern. So you can change your 5-man patterns up, okay? And I can get my middle safety a little bit more involved because he's one of my best players. All right, if I don't use him in any of the blitz pass and I don't use him as a man player because I've got 4 other skill players because we're 3-3-5, I'm going to get that middle safety as a vision and break player, and I can tell him, all right, to become as aggressive as he needs to be, playing football off the intentions of what the quarterback is doing and the game plan of the other team. All right, so now I could go both 4 eyes out. Now, they're going to be the peel players, right? So you're going to say you're not in love with that. But remember, they're going to have help from vision and break players. I can go inside crossfires with the Mike and the Will, and now I can use the Sam, vision and break, and I can put the middle safety to the weak side to play hot, vision, and break, and I'm still, my skills, playing man on your skills. So I still get my skills playing man on your skills. I still get, all right, 5-man pressures if the back stays in. If the back releases, I get a guy that's peeled. I get vision and break to help with eyes on the cue, so if the back releases and they try to throw it to him, I'll gain an extra player. If the back releases and they look that way, but then the quarterback scrambles to an open gap where you don't get home, I've got a backside extra player with eyes on the quarterback. So now I'm living in a world where I'm still sending 5. If the back stays in, okay, I'm still going to send 5. The only downside to me to this is if the back stays in, because I'm not playing the back man, I'm not going to get an add-on player, right? But I'm going to gain a player for screens and draws, at least 2 players possibly. Screens, draws, scrambles, and all the things that I might need help on inside immediate throws because I've got hot players to each side while I'm still playing man. All right? Works really well, I think, from a coverage standpoint. Works really well when you're getting in double edge pressure or your double eagle. All right? Most of your odd front teams at some point in a game will bring guys off both edges, right? So certainly at some point in a game, if you're an odd team, even your even teams do it, at some point in a game, you're still going to get a situation where you want to create that double eagle, almost bear type look, right? Where you bring both guys off the edge, you've got both B gaps covered, both C gaps covered, nose is working one A gap. Well, now all I've got to do is take the mic and make him a hot player. And now I can take the middle safety, bring him down to be a hot player. So there's your 2 players with eyes. There's your 1, there's your 2, there's your 2, there's your 1. So I've got my skills on your skills, and I've got, all right, 2 underneath players. The middle safety just has to understand who's not involved in a blitz, where do I need to help, and I become, within our system, the way we use the middle safety, he becomes that rotational guy in blitzes that is helping you fill the voids so that you don't have to check your blitzes to formations. All right, if you got 3x1, the beauty of it is it's still your skills. So if you got 1 back 3x1, you just bring one of your safeties over. All right, and now you've got your skills. So you've got a corner and 2 safeties playing man on their 3 stand-ups. All right, so your skills are playing their skills. If you were to get some type of 2-back set, okay, you still peel. We would still peel the tailback on the back end, and now one of our safeties is going to play man off the intent of that sniffer. So he happens to be 3 on that side. All right, so my 4 skills have to figure out the 4 eligibles we want to cover. We've got to figure out the guy that we want to peel, which for us we usually say we're going to peel, all right, the tailback. And then the other beauty to me is because I have the middle safety, if at any time I have these deals called and they go empty, I tell my middle safety to come out of hot. All right, and you're our 5th skill, you match up their 5th player. So now if they go empty, all right, I can play it that way. If they came out empty and the back was the only guy left, I could play the middle safety on the back, and I could leave my right safety on his rules on number 2. Okay, he ends up playing that because it's empty and we have nobody to peel. Now we'll get 5-man pressure versus empty, a vision and break player for quarterback scrambles, RPOs, quarterback runs, all right, and we'll still be playing man on skills. Okay, so to me, is it a 21 deal or a 12 personnel deal? Maybe not. But within your game plan, to me, all right, using peel pressures as a tool to help you gain extra eyes while still playing man and sending 5 and another wrinkle behind your 5-man patterns. All right, so man free, 3 under 3, 4 under 2, and now your peel pressures with vision and break players. To me, what you're trying to do, and this is what I'm always trying to look when I watch college film or I watch things, I always try and look at, can I use them in my system? And then is there a way that I could make them better for me? Not better than the college guys are doing. I'm not trying to make it better than the guys that are doing this 7 days a week for a lot of money in big time setups or scenarios with all the resources and players and everything in the world. I'm not trying to make it better than them. I'm trying to make it better for me. So if I don't see a bunch of backs releasing and I want to gain an extra player somewhere, okay, could I certainly gain a low hole player and a high hole player, peel the back, all right, and play with a low hole, high hole? I could do that if I wanted to. But to me, for what we see in the passing game, especially when we pressure a little bit and the things that get us hurt, one of the things that I started looking at is why can't I play man and add 2 vision and break players? We already teach vision and break. We already teach hot theories, okay? Why can't we use that deal? All right, and then another interesting deal that I kind of looked at is, what about showing, all right, what about showing your aggressive pressure looks? And this is something that you see in the NFL a lot, all right? Showing your aggressive pressure looks, getting a bunch of guys at the line of scrimmage, all right, getting a bunch of guys at the line of scrimmage, and if we even wanted to, we could add the middle safety in the deal, all right? And now, man on 1, man on 2, man on 2, man on 1, and now let's say, all right, from this deal we want to do something where we want to bring the pressure from here, okay, work the nose away, all right, and now work the 4-eye out, drop the will there, drop the middle safety there. He becomes your hot player there. He becomes your hot player there. So now we're given the illusion, all right, we're given the illusion of 7-man house pressure looks. We're still playing peel, and we're still playing vision and break. So now we're simulating 7-man pressure or heavy, heavy pressure. We're only sending 5. We're still peeling. All right, and we're getting 2 guys to pop out. And once we teach vision and break, any one of those guys could pop out. So we could draw that pressure up from that look any way we want to. All right, we could move it the other way and keep, all right, the middle safety in the deal and pop the Mike or the Sam with the will. We could bring the will and the middle safety up on that side, pop the Mike weak and pop the Sam. So we could do it any way we want to. As long as we're sending 5, peeling the back, now we can get into simulated pressure looks, different pressure looks, because we've taught all the guys involved how to play vision and break, how to play hot, and it's a lot easier to me to pop out and play vision and break than it is to say, all right, I need you under 3, under 2, the hot throws or the side adjust throws are going to be here by this formation. So to me, I think this is something that you can carry as a wrinkle. I don't think it's something that is going to be your every down deal, which most of the time we have our base defense, we have the things we like, we have our base pressures, we have the things we like. We're always looking to add wrinkles to help us protect the things that we do. All right, so hopefully this video helps you guys out if you live in a peel pressure world where you've used peel pressures before. If you watch anything on Saturdays or Sundays, you'll see guys get peeled all the time. If the back's in protection, you gain your rushers. The only thing we're losing is an add-on guy because we're not playing man on a single back if he stays in protection. So we're not going to get max pressure. But there's other things in your system that you carry if you want to make sure you can guarantee max pressure. All right, so if you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you know every time we do a video or we go on YouTube Live. All right, thumbs up, thumbs down if you like it or don't like it. I always get a way from me at least to understand what people like and don't like. Even if it's a thumbs down, it's your opinion. You don't have to agree with everything that I say. That's why football is such a great game is there's a bunch of different ways to do it. You don't need to agree if you don't agree. Or you can leave a comment and say, hey, Coach, I don't really like that for this reason. Or, hey, Coach, I would do that, but I would do it this way. Every time I read those comments, like I said, when I do these videos, helps me as much as I am trying to help other people. So interact, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, all right, and we can make each other better and make the game of football and coaching better, and that's what we're trying to do. All right, so if you're still playing, good luck to you. Hopefully you're winning a state title. If you're not playing, good luck in your off-season research. I am actually getting ready to start up a podcast with a coaching friend of mine, my current boss right now. We are going to dive into college schemes, offense and defense. We're going to take a look at the origins of them, why people run them, who the coaches are there, the things they're doing, and can we take those things and use them in high school. So look at that, and also look for the 2023 Play Fast Clinic. It's coming up at some point. Not sure when yet, not sure exactly what the location is, but I guarantee you 2023 there will be a Play Fast Clinic. All right, so I appreciate everything you guys do for me. Remember, you won't play well until you play fast, and I will see you next time.